What's up, guys? It's your girl Rivah, and I'm back again with another video. If you're new to this channel, hi, my name is Rivah. It's very nice to meet you. Before we get into this video, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. And as I always say, make sure you guys leave your comments in the comment section down below. It does not matter how you feel about this video. We all want to talk about it. Also, if you're not following me on Instagram, follow my Instagram. It's at RIVAH_JORDON. And we're going to go ahead and jump right into the video.
It says, are you more likely to see a white man with a black woman or a black man with a white woman, and why?
Black woman with a white man.
Why you say that?
Because they're looking for his money.
So
that's giving sugar daddy vibes, though.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so you saying the black woman ain't looking at the white man as a financial provider most times, 9 times out of 10?
I would say sugar daddy. Yeah.
I mean, the term sugar daddy is
really quick for all the people who tell me that I need a microphone. I just wanted to point out really quick that this young lady has a microphone and we can still barely hear what she's saying. Okay, so y'all be coming for me. I'm just saying that, but let's continue.
It's white men, like, you know what I mean, like.
But they agree with that.
I mean, yeah, that's true. Like,
I would say you see more like black men with white women. Like a lot of successful black men go for white women.
They go lighter. Like who?
Like basketball players, you see them go after white women.
Name some names. Name some names.
She ain't got nobody.
But if you see a lot of like successful men, you see like black men. I see them with like white women. I don't really see them go after like black women like that.
Why do you?
I feel like that's a stigma. Cause when you said that, I really try to think of somebody that's black that married. I can't really think of nobody, but off the top of my head, I know
that's
like like Venus Williams.
I see like football players. They go after like white women, like black football. Okay, Dominic Easley, like he was in the Patriots. Like I see him go after white women. Like I'm over here like, what you talking about? Like I think of like. I don't know.
I think of athletes. So
I think of athletes when I hear like they're going after white women.
What about the average Joes? Do you think the average black woman go after more white men or the average?
I don't think the average black woman goes after white men.
Yeah, that's rare. They're using them. They're not literally like falling for them. If
that's interesting. You said that.
I feel like.
So you don't feel like it's genuine?
I don't think it's genuine. Like every time not every time, but usually when you see a black woman, like that looks like. They look good. They look young. They're always with an older white man. Like that looks.
I don't know if I agree with that because I feel like especially like right now lately, if you look on social media like the TikToks, all of these places, you do see a lot of interracial relationships, right? But it's always the woman is black and the man is white. So I feel like you see that more often than not. Just to be honest, and I don't think she's saying that it's all about money or whatever the case is. I'm not really sure the reasoning behind it, but I know for a fact you see more of that kind of scenario when you see a lot of publicized like interracial relationships.
Sugar daddy vibes to me, like that's not genuine love.
I mean, I definitely understand that. I'm not even going to beat a court because I understand what y'all saying about athletes and like celebrities. Like you got the Kardashians, all they. Well, not all of them, but
except for Kourtney.
Except for Kourtney. But like, they the black dudes. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie. That stigma is associated with black athletes and entertainers. They seem to go after the white women or the lighter skinned women. But the question is, why do you think that is? Like, you think
that's a good question. Like, I really don't know.
I got an idea.
I mean, what is it?
It's a sign that you.
White women they cater like. Better, like they're more submissive than black women. Black women, they talk back. That's what I'm saying. Like black women, we talk back. We talk back. Like we don't listen. We're not as submissive as a white woman. Like they do anything they ask. Then what is the problem?
I mean, like just generally doing stuff. It's part of the problem.
That's a part of it.
Like when you arguing about everything. So I mean, being submissive,
they're more submissive.
It's more submissive because we're arguing about something that you're doing.
Now,
and it can be the simplest.
They say it one time.
It is though, like if I'm expressing something that you're doing, you shouldn't have a problem with that. White women just gonna sit there and shut up. That's what you want.
I mean, I don't want to be nagged.
That's not nagging. I should be able to have a conversation with you if we're in a relationship and you're my partner, and we should come to a conclusion and fix that problem. I don't understand why we can't do that.
So I feel like she's saying that they're more passive. And I don't know if it's necessarily the fact that they are more passive or if just from a young age they are like, taught and groomed into being like a wife for a husband. Like it's something that's embedded in them. You know, they see it throughout their family structures. You know, most of their family structures include mommy and daddy in the household. Most of, I'm not saying all, but most of their, so they see, you know, constant examples throughout their family, their aunts, their uncles, their parents, their grandparents. You know, everybody is always, you know, more likely than not going to be married, so they have constant examples of this, so they know how to relay themselves to a man, and also they know how to respect the authority of a man. So passive might be one thing. Yeah, they're obviously probably not nagging as much as, you know, a black woman. Like he just said, like they can be in relationships with a woman and she's constantly arguing about something, you know. It's not just about maybe something she disagrees with that really matters, but sometimes it's just about just anything. So I feel like their family structures are completely different. They see a lot of two-parent households. You know, they kind of grow up around that, so they know how to relay themselves to a man.
Understandable, but you're thinking logically.
It doesn't always have to be an argument.
You're thinking logically.
Men like to think that y'all.
But if it doesn't always have to be an argument, then why do you always have something to say? Why do you always have something to say? Because it's more the woman that's going to flip before the man. You know, they get into a disagreement. Well, I was just saying, you know, and the man is like, okay, but you always saying. So he's already on the defense because he already knows what kind of foolishness you're about to come with. Based off of your attitude, your tone, the way you're looking at him, the way you're talking to him, he already knows that it's going to be a fight. So if you know that it doesn't always have to be an argument, why do you always have to get that word in and have to say that thing?
Arguing, yeah, we don't
or
be
complaining,
arguing,
like,
and we really just be voicing our opinion.
So why your tone can't be in a conversation tone? Like your tone don't be like that.
Okay, but you know you're passionate about what we're saying. If you know your partner, you know they're not coming off like
you clearly
crazy
said having a conversation. Because I know you, also said something. Like what? No.
You know your partner. It shouldn't be like a situation where you're like, you think she's talking to you crazy. She's telling you how she feels, and you should take that in consideration before anything.
So why should he take how she feels in that tone into consideration when he's going to have another woman who can tell him how she feels without doing all of that, without the neck roll, the eye roll, the, you know, yelling, well, I'm just being passionate, I'm just telling you how I feel. Like, would he want to he doesn't have to deal with that when he can literally have somebody else that he's in a relationship with and not have to deal with those things.
Explodes.
What you even saying that you got other women like a white woman, she can have that same conversation with a regular tone.
They be like, honey. Exactly. They talk to you so like loving.
You know how good it is to have a regular conversation about something that's bothering somebody.
Yo,
and
men want peace.
In a peaceful
At the end of the day,
no,
men
but
want
some
peace.
men, okay,
and
but
that combative, that combative nature that I don't need a man for nothing mentality.
Oh, they always say that.
Yeah, that's
that masculine.
Y'all always say that.
You're saying that's how black women act?
I'm not all black women.
Okay.
But I'm just saying sometimes.
That's what we're talking about, though. Black women and white women.
Yeah, but I can't categorize all black women.
But
majority.
There is a stigma of black women being like more masculine than other groups of women, not physically, but obviously how
they wear the pants. They feel like they wear the pants.
Because it's y'all got that combative nature.
But that also comes into how we're raised.
That's cool, but a guy that made it, a guy that's successful, a guy that made it and came out the hood, he not trying to argue with or have a shorty be combative with him all the time. Like maybe you want somebody submissive, somebody more friendly, feminine, fit. Like I'm not trying to make excuses for them.
So you would date a white female?
I'm not. No, not me. I love black
women.
How you talk. But I do have to acknowledge. No, I know.
No, but you know, all of these attributes she's saying like are for only white women, as in it's not possible for black women to behave in this exact way, because she can't fathom that from her own mentality. She can't fathom that, you know, black women can be feminine, can be passive, can, you know, speak to their husband in a loving tone, because she's like, what are you talking about? Like, no, we're black, we pop off. And that's the problem. You know, because he's saying that he wants somebody who's not going to have to be combative and argue all the time and be rude and disrespect him and all these things. And she immediately is like, oh, so you're going to be with a white woman then? He's like, no, I love black women. But he's going to find a black woman that aligns with those things that he likes and that he wants in a relationship. Not somebody who's going to be like, well, I'm just expressing myself and has this nasty attitude.
Date a white female?
Listen, chill. I love black women. That's what I said.
No, but she asked you.
Would you date a white?
Yeah. Would you date a white woman?
I love black women. That's all I'm gonna say.
Wow.
Y'all
gonna let him off the hook?
He has a preference because when he asks for our preference, he can be mad.
Because I feel like we have to have this.
You see what you answer the question, bro. You setting up the show to fail right now, bro. Answer the question, man.
Listen. I love black women. I love black women.
So no. So then no. That's a nice no.
Yeah, that's a nice
yes. That's what it is.
I love black women.
If you don't want to date no white women, you don't gotta date no white women.
Yeah. I do want to slap one just to see how it feels. Yeah, I definitely want to slap it. You know what I'm saying? I never slapped.
And what about you? That's not who you want to be with.
I don't have no preference on races, man. I
just want to say, when he says slap it, he's talking about intimacy. Okay, that's his proper way of talking about being intimate with that.
Whichever.
Yeah, see, that's the problem with black men. Y'all got loyalty to y'all black women. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
He doesn't have to date a black girl.
I mean, all right, but that's understandable.
When I have a child, no matter what the race is, that child's gonna be black.
It sounds good. That sounds good. Like, that sounds good.
He tried to make it sound cute, but
it
sounds
you can't argue with it.
I can't.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, he's not.
Okay, so real quick though, how would y'all feel if y'all see a handsome black man with a white woman? Does that make you guys feel any different, or you'd be like, oh, he should be with a black woman?
I don't really care.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If I'm outside and I see a black man with a white woman and the white woman don't look up to par, I'm gonna look at him crazy.
Okay, that makes sense though, because you're gonna be like, you went for this, like there was mad other options. Like you went for this. I know exactly.
However, you might look on the outside and see somebody that you think might be less attractive than maybe you or whatever, but she got something going on that probably you don't have. Her tone, the way that she talks to him, the way that she respects him, the way that she behaves with him. I feel like, those things obviously count in why he's with that person. So you can look on the outside and pass judgment, but at the same time, she's treating him probably better than you would treat him. So that's necessary to talk about. It's a whole different conversation if he's with somebody, different and they're treating him bad. It's kind of like, what are you doing over there? Like, what are you doing?
Like, especially if he's like attractive, I'm gonna look at you crazy.
Her personality is amazing.
I have to be attracted to you.
Yeah.
So,
but how do you know he's not a beauty is in the eye of the beholder, though? Like, how you know he's not attracted?
Okay, so you have to be attractive to somebody, or you just fall for their personality.
But how do you know that person?
No,
is
I'm
not
asking you now.
Me? Who you want to interview? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, obviously, I got to be attracted to that woman, but her personality. I know a lot of bad women with horrible personalities. I can't even deal with them. Like,
they be baddies.
Like, there's a lot of pretty females with no personality. Like, absolutely no personality.
So when you see a good looking man with a female that's not.
No, but that's why I think it's important to mention that there's a lot of beautiful, gorgeous females that look, relatively perfect, but they're single. So obviously looks is a really big part of it, but what's her attitude like?
Bad or whatever. You can understand it because maybe he had bad females and their personality wasn't clicking with his.
Maybe she bring peace to his life. Like, I mean,
that's all it is, man.
The submissiveness, like, guys be wanting that. Like, I don't know if y'all know that.
That's all we want.
We know.
Yeah, I know y'all just don't care. Like,
this is my. I'm gonna speak for a black man with this one. Y'all know this, and y'all continue to
know. But what about us, though?
What
about us, though?
Like,
we have feelings.
I think like y'all said earlier that y'all we think it's an argument, but y'all arguing y'all tone, and we supposed to keep cool so it doesn't.
But you should know your partner, though. That's the whole point of it. Like, if you.
But she said that. What about us, though? We have feelings, though, and you should know your partner. So he can't, all of his feelings, all of his own feelings, his own personal emotions, his self-respect and all that is going to revolve around you as the woman in the relationship. Why would that be fair? So he doesn't matter at all. It's all about how you feel, what you think, your feelings. Because I feel this way, I'm allowed to disrespect you. I'm allowed to say this because you know me and you know how I pop off. So I should be able to just relay myself in any manner. And you have men that are like, we don't have to deal with that. Maybe your parents have to deal with that. Maybe your family members have to deal with that. But a man being in a relationship with a woman is his choice.
I'm an aggressive speaker and I'm having a conversation with you.
So what you?
But then I agree with that too. It's not what you want to
be in a relationship with.
What you basically saying is you could go 0 to 100, and I got to keep at 0.
No,
that's
not what you're mixing.
That's not what you're saying.
No,
you should know us by now. Like
if you know your partner,
okay, but look,
like you see how I'm getting loud. If you know your partner, you know I'm not getting upset yet.
And all I'm saying to you,
you know when I'm really upset.
All I'm saying to that is, okay, you can say that, and you know your partner, and you know he dislikes that. Meet me in the middle somewhere. We can't just say,
That's okay. But that's reasonable. Exactly. Like we can meet each other halfway.
You're a poor communicator. I can tell. Like, you know what I mean?
No,
like,
she's big on communication. Actually,
real quick. Like, you know what I'm saying?
She's actually big on communication. Like,
oh, is she? Okay. I'm sorry. I apologize.
She's the opposite.
What made you say she a poor communicator?
I don't know. She just got that, poor communication vibe.
I have poor communication where I feel like if you're saying something stupid, then I'm really not gonna.
See, but this is what
may be stupid to you may not be stupid to
somebody else. May not be stupid to somebody else, but there's certain stuff that just really.
But this is what, like, women would say stuff like that, like, if it's stupid to me, I'm not gonna listen to it. But if I'm the guy and I'm listening and it's stupid to me, I gotta sit there and be like,
right.
Because if I walk away, then it's gonna go to 100.
But it has to be really stupid though. Like, I mean, that's the only time I don't have good communication. It has to be really something that's just.
But you saying that as like it's subjective.
Like,
you
got an example?
Right.
You got an example?
I don't know.
Like,
but it just gotta be dumb. Like something
like, why do you think this way?
I know the answer. It's something that she's wrong in, and she doesn't want to admit it.
It's like a common courtesy thing. Like, I'm not about to sit here and argue with you. Like, say we live together, and I always ask you what you want to eat. You went out today, and you didn't ask me what I wanted to eat, and you came home, you eating food in my face, and you didn't ask me nothing. I'm gonna be like, I'm not about to argue with you because that's stupid. You should have known to feed me. I feed you all the time. Like, it's eating in front of me.
Yeah, so he should be a mind reader. He didn't know you was hungry. I understand what she's trying to convey, but it still doesn't mean that you shouldn't have a communication about that. But I think the dynamics are just completely off, and it does come from upbringing. It does come from the examples that you've seen in the household, but, saying that, like, oh, you should just know your partner, and if I talk like this, so there's no evolution that should ever happen from you. Like, you should never attempt to be the best version of yourself because, you're in a relationship and you want to be with this space. Everybody should just take you as you are. That's not natural. Like, and it's not going to, give off the best results when it comes to relationship settings. But I want to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. So make sure you guys leave your comments in the comment section. Again, if you're not subscribed to this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. And again, if you're not following me on Instagram, follow my Instagram. It's @RIVAH_JORDON. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you.